Oh, okay, and we are going live to YouTube right now, so we'll be able to start the show in about 20 seconds. Okay, Nancy, so it's all yours whenever you're ready. Just let me know.
Not just the page, but the group where everybody is.
Okay, I'm ready. Wait, I gotta share mics with my sister here. Right, Gabe? I mean,
Or
I
you can
am
share
loud
with me
enough.
too. Yeah, you can share with
And I'm okay with that.
me. Yeah, we should share. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yes, boss. I'm ready. My words in my mouth, because sometimes I talk crazy. Hey! Oh, I'm here. Hi, guys. I was over here doing my little prayer because, sometimes I got to ask Jesus to, guide my words and my mouth because you never know. So, guys, welcome to the Entrepreneurs Hotline. I'm so happy to see you guys here with my melanin sisters over here, Women Empowered. Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
Listen, they came here to slay. Okay? How are y'all doing?
Good.
We are good.
That's a good sign, by the way. I'm so happy to have you here. So can you please introduce yourself? I'm going to start all the way over there. Please introduce yourself in 15 seconds if you can, and then we'll start to talk to our audience here and get going.
I'm Davina Howard. I am one of the co-founders of Women Empowered. I am the CHRO, which is basically human resources.
CHRO. Okay, I love it. That's I thought you were gonna say CHRCEO. There's so many. So you're the
many.
HR person. So you do the hiring, firing, all of that.
Yes.
How is that?
Well, we don't have any staff currently, and
You about to fire one of these?
we've
No, okay.
been working. We've been working on getting staff, and so
That's awesome. I love that you had that skill and you're bringing that to the organization. That's awesome. Welcome. And you're looking fine today. She inspired me to put my lipstick on because I was looking dry, guys. All right. How you doing?
Hi, everyone. I'm Miss Devon. I am also a co-founder. I am the CTO of the group. So I handle all the technical aspects, the website, setting up podcasts, all of that. So that's my specialty.
That sounds like a superpower to me, guys. Okay, thank you so much again for being here. We haven't even finished with introductions, and I'm already seeing talent. It looks like you put together a superpower, and I'm really loving it. Everybody has their strength, and you just put yourself. I love it. Let's go over here to my sisters next door. How y'all doing?
We
And
are
bring the
good.
energy. She's like, I'll bring the energy.
I'll bring the energy.
How are you doing?
I am blessed. Thank you. Thank you for having us. I'm really grateful to be here.
Absolutely. Tell us your name, what you do.
I am Veronica, and I am the CEO. The thing that I do that I enjoy the most is facilitate our prayer line, our evening prayer line. But I dibble and dabble in a little bit of everything. I help with ads. I help with advertising, planning, pretty much everything.
That's amazing. Well, it's so good to have you.
Thank you.
Okay, Sissy, take it away.
All right. So I am Ebony Smith. I am the operations COO. So I am in charge of our daily operations. A couple of things that I do is I also facilitate the morning prayer line. I make sure that I'm on my toes at 4 a.m., y'all. So 4 a.m., I'm up. I got everybody moving and grooving. I just make sure that I handle the operations of the business.
Okay, don't call me at 4 a.m. now. So,
I won't call you, but I'm available.
Thank you.
Yep.
See, we all need a
Crack of
morning
dawn.
person.
That's her.
I mean, do you do it because you like it? Or
Yeah, I'm a 4 a.m.
I'm sorry, y'all.
person.
No, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So,
love it.
Okay, thank you so much for introducing yourself. So, who can tell me what is and who is Women Empowered? Because we're now hearing all your titles, and I've heard morning prayer twice. So it looks like you're out there empowering women, right? Women Empowered, and you're really focused around all women.
Yep.
So tell us exactly first, where did the concept come from? Who started this? And what do you do?
Who's gonna go? You could start.
I think that we all just kind of came together. I knew Devin. Devin knew Ebony. Ebony knew Veronica. We kind of all just came together. We are all domestic abuse survivors. When we originally came together, we were a domestic violence group. We had a domestic violence conference, and from there, we realized that there are so many different layers to domestic violence. And when you say of healing somebody, you have to empower somebody. You have to get somebody to understand who they are as an individual so that they know what they will not have and take from anyone else. And so we decided then we would spawn off from that and empower people, give people their voices and their strength and to do other things. A lot of times we just want to be heard.
Absolutely.
We just want to be seen.
Absolutely.
And so we want to be able to give women that.
So thank you so much for sharing that, because a lot of people even carry a lot of stigma and a lot of shame about being a survivor and a survivor, not a victim. And you know, crazy enough, my producer and I were just talking about women being abused, and you know, he stood up, he stands up for women in that way, and he's done that in the past. So this is really powerful to hear that you had one thing that brought you together, and you decided to do something about it.
Yeah.
How big is that? Because there's a lot of people that are dealing with this type of trauma, whether they're still in it or got out of it. It's very brave to say, okay, now I'm going to pass that on, knowing that the danger is always out there.
Yep.
So that's really, really awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. So with that one bonding thing that you have, what inspired you to say, okay, I'm going to bring these women together, and because it's one thing to all relate, but what else do you seek to share, and what else do you want to give these women when they leave your incredible events? And by the way, there's another event coming up this Saturday.
Yep, Saturday the 23rd.
I hear they're going to have food, y'all. And don't go anywhere because, oh my God, look, all your sisters are here. Before we continue, can I say hello to our our audience?
Yes.
Abdi Omar, how are you doing? We have Miss Cheryl Rogers.
Hi.
Miss Cheryl Rogers, you so beautiful. We have Sam Dillard. He has Dillard Movers. That's my big brother. We have Bracoria XB. Hey.
Okay.
Renata King, guys. Okay, she does the baddest eyebrows and facials.
Okay.
And I haven't seen her in a while. That's why my brows are all messed up. And you can blame Miss Renata over there, who decided to move to Atlanta. She still has a shop here, so she's going to yell at me after this. And then we have Jeremiah Larty all the way from Ghana, West Africa.
Hello,
yeah,
everybody.
guys, we have people watching us from
Thank you
everywhere.
for tuning in.
And
checking
I
us
think
out.
I just popped in one of our friends from South Korea. So, konsamida, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. And keep coming, guys. And if you don't mind, if you know anybody that's been through abuse, I want you to send up a heart. Just send a heart so that we can send them love today.
Yes.
I want to know, how do you want these ladies to leave these events? What feeling do you want to provoke?
So I was going to say something about that. For me, I'm really tapped into God. And for me, I look at every opportunity, interaction with a woman as an opportunity to introduce them to the love of God. Because I feel like that's what helped make me whole. When I was going through my situation, it was like, okay, I feel powerless. I can't do anything about what's happening to me. I might as well just give up. But when I met God, is when I found out, like, hey, there is a rescuer. There is someone who will protect you, that will take care of you. So for me, that's what I think I bring to the business, is that aspect of it, just being able to introduce women to the love of God and who he says that we are, and how we should be treated, and how we should, live. So that's one thing that I like to implement.
Absolutely, and that definitely resonates with me as well. I've not been through domestic abuse, thankfully, because they'll be 6 feet under. Let's be clear, okay? I mean, let me tell you something. I don't have time to be dealing with y'all. And if I see any of my sisters suffering, you still be 6 feet under. All the threats on live, but no. Aside from jokes, because that, it's, as women, we really carry a lot of trauma, especially after something like that happens. You feel less than.
Yeah.
And I actually experienced it with my birth dad, with my mom, and this is a really vulnerable moment. My mom's gonna be screaming at home, but I witnessed him picking up a chair. I think we were 8 or 9, but he picked up a chair and broke it over my mom's head.
Oh my God.
That was seriously the most traumatizing thing I've ever seen in my life. And she crawled. We lived in an apartment back then in Italy, and she crawled down the stairs. And all I remember was blood on every single step, all the way down. We were on the 2nd floor, but every single step had a trace of her. And she took herself to the hospital. And, Italy back then, they didn't do anything. So, but just witnessing that, it really told me that would never happen to me. I'll be darned. And, lucky enough, my brother got tall real quick. And he never was able to do that because my brother would have literally killed him.
Yeah.
He would have, and, by the grace of God, that didn't happen. But definitely have seen that. What gives you strength? What gave you the strength? So she'd shared that her faith is what allowed her first to share and also to heal.
I'll speak on that.
So I would love to hear from you.
Connection. Women connecting with one another. I'm the connecting piece of the group. I'll find a woman and I will connect that woman in that area or that space in their life where they need healing, and I will bring them to that place of healing. And that is a balance that I bring to Women Empowered. Connection. If we're going to be empowering women, one of the first things outside of next to faith, the second thing is connecting.
You can be all alone.
You can.
Anybody in the audience feel really alone sometimes, guys? Anybody in this audience ever feel deeply alone? And I know there's somebody out there. Hello, Miss Marnika. Welcome, guys. Star Status Stresses is in the house. Miss Cheryl, thank you so much. Keep hyping us up because we need it. Dominique Hardaway, thank you so much for being here. Sam Dillard is here. Thank you so much for being here. We love you, Sam. I'd love to hear that. And just to clarify, guys, it's not just women that have been through domestic abuse.
There's
It's
men, too.
any woman. Am I correct? Do you want to take it away? I know you're still on your good side over there. My sister was like, I'm not turning my neck, Nancy. I am looking good in this camera. Don't make me turn my face, Nancy. And ladies, just a reminder, speak right into the mic because it is directional. So without you turning your neck. Tell me more. I want to hear you talk.
So what we created is a sisterhood. We wanted anyone to come encounter with us to know that it's a safe space, to know that there's no judgment, and also to know that we have been through things, whether it's physical, mental, financial. Those are all different forms of abuse that a lot of people experience and don't know that it's abuse. In the Black community, unfortunately, we have learned to push that aside and deal with things. Put the shin up. And a lot of Black women experience things that they shouldn't. And that is one thing that we are trying to bring a light to it, bring a voice, and let everyone know that it's not okay. And if you are still dealing with it, it's okay, but we'll be that shoulder to lean on when you need someone. So that's what we have a Facebook group. We have a Facebook page.
How
We
do
have a
they find
YouTube
it?
page. You would go to Women Empowered, ! And that's our Facebook group for women only. Women Empowered MN LLC is our Facebook page. You can find us on YouTube at Women Empowered MN LLC.
You have a podcast?
We have a podcast.
Are y'all going to have me on? I can crack up. I'll make you crack up.
Of course,
We
you
can
can
laugh a
come
little
on.
bit.
We also have a website, Women Empowered MN LL, or I'm sorry, Women Empowered MN. .com, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
There's
sorry.
a lot
It's in my
there's a
notes.
lot
It's
of
in my
names.
notes.
So you mentioned, and shout out, hi, Kiara Gaston. I love you so much, sissy. Jessica Haygood from Arizona. Y'all, so you're coming from all corners. Sam is asking us a question here.
Yes.
What can I do if you know someone who's going through it and hasn't found the strength yet to leave? Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Support.
Yep.
Support,
Be a support.
But how do you support? Because, okay, I had a friend once who she had to leave that bum. Sorry, guys. My English is my 7th language. Mind your business. I knew that she had to leave that bum, but she couldn't find the strength. And then every time I talked, I sounded like a hater.
Yeah.
And at some point, she told me to mind her business, mind my business, and pushed me away. And then she got beat again severely. So this was back in North Carolina. She got beat up severely, so I ended up in the hospital. And then she asked for help, and I was ready with open arms. But how do you support without pushing that person away or crossing the boundary? Or what would you have had to like to hear when you were going through it?
I think part of support is not shaming or making somebody feel like they have to protect themselves or putting them in a space to where they feel extra vulnerable or stupid.
I ain't gonna lie, I think I did that, and I
Support
apologize.
is to let a person understand where they're at. Not that you're in a bad relationship and he's not for you or you're better than this, but to empower that person, to lift that person up, like to let that person realize that I am somebody and I do deserve better. And I shouldn't have to stand for this, but for us not to say that to our friend, but for us to help our friend realize that on their own, by uplifting them and empowering them and letting
Building their confidence, is that what you're saying? So I went to a very powerful workshop this morning with Laura E. King about finding your purpose. And I hear your words loud and clear, because if you're just going to tell me what to do and you're not even in my shoes, I don't care to listen to what you're telling me, because you haven't even tried to understand me. And I think I was coming from a place of judgment, because this girl, not only was she beautiful, she was if I tell y'all not gonna believe, she was a lawyer. She lawyer. And I'm like, you are too badass to be with this badass. My brain couldn't comprehend, but I was so insensitive about it, because I just didn't understand why she would get beat up from this guy. And later on, I understood that all I needed to do was be that gentleness that she needed, instead of being another person that's being really aggressive.
Us as humans, we need to find that space on our own.
Yeah.
And so the more somebody tries to push you into that space, the more you're going to be rebelling against that space.
Textbook.
The more somebody tells you that you are somebody, you automatically think like, what's the catch? Because you're in a toxic situation at that point. And so you don't know who's for you and who's not for you.
Yeah.
And so at that point, all you know is that you're trying to defend you. And so I'm trying to defend me
That's
against
deep,
my
y'all.
friends, against my significant other, against my family, whoever it is that comes in my realm.
Big. That's
And so
big.
part of being supportive is to help someone understand that you don't have to defend yourself.
Absolutely.
You have to meet people where they are.
Where they are.
And
Guys, I think
love
there's
is
a party
drug.
behind
Right.
us. Anyways,
Love is a drug.
Love is a drug. And can I just say, my stepdad just passed, and these ladies, when we're talking about women empowered, they gave me the warmest hug that just melted my heart, because no joke, I've been cussing the world for like 2 days. And I do want to say, for someone that hasn't even been to an event, I feel like y'all my sisters.
We are.
And I want another hug on my way out.
Yeah.
I just want you to like cradle me and let me sleep.
As many as you want.
Because what we kind of forget as humans is oh my goodness. Right now with the internet, Beyonce's internet and everything that's going on it, and people being really cruel and not understanding that people are really walking in really, really heavy shoes,
Yeah.
is that power of a simple hug and just letting someone cry on your shoulders.
Yep.
So I want to go to this side of the room here. And by the way, before I do that, there's so many comments, y'all. This is, people really want to know. And we have someone here from Egypt.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Hello.
We have someone here from Egypt. We have EJ here as well from Dubai. So join the group, guys. I'm going to read a couple things here. There's a lot of questions. Okay, people want information so they can join.
Okay.
Kiara said, I am so glad I tuned in.
Oh,
Glad you tuned in too.
yeah.
Yes, thank you.
And Marnika said, just keep being there to listen.
Yeah.
Bracoria says, girl, you said something then. Many who are abused don't recognize it. Can you share or comment on signs of potential abuse?
Anything that doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Okay, can you elaborate on that? Because I think everybody's suspicious.
Well, us
And
women.
everybody is suspicious
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
doesn't even need to be your significant other that
Nope.
is abusing you. It could be a friend, it could
Family
be a coworker,
member.
it could be a family
Yeah.
member, it could be even your children,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
your parents. Like abuse is abuse, and
My 6-year-old is abusing me right now.
and I think that's how we change this over
Yeah.
into Women Empowered, is because we realized that abuse is abuse, and in order for us to protect ourselves against any form of abuse, we have to love ourselves.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And how do you love somebody that you don't know who it is?
Right.
So if you don't know who you are a stranger to yourself, so how do you love you?
Yeah.
And so we want to start by helping you love you.
She gave me chills. Ma'am, you didn't have to come in here.
Because
and
if you love you, I mean, Nancy, for real, if you are in love with yourself, you're not going to allow anyone
Yep.
to
But
do
it's hard
any
to
ill
love
thing
yourself
to
these
you.
days with
It is.
all the imagery, all
is.
the BBLs,
Yeah.
all the, I mean, it's really, this culture now has been built to make you feel less than almost.
It is.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
know.
like, we're all looking at Instagram and all these altered photos.
Yep.
And I think people are finding it harder and harder to connect
Yes.
and love themselves as God made them.
That's that
Can we
part.
agree?
That part right there.
That part.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I suffered with insecurity for a very long time. Being a small frame woman, thick is in, small was not. I always felt like I wasn't adequate. I always felt like I fell short, but it wasn't until that I found out who God said that I was.
Yeah.
I am more than a conqueror. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. He made me like this for a reason and for a purpose, right? And he put things in me that only I have, just like he put things in Nancy that only Nancy
Uniquely
has.
designed.
And if you could help women to understand that, like, sis, we work together. He put us together because you have something I don't, and that's okay. That's what makes you beautiful, and that's what's gonna help us to work together. You know what I mean?
I feel beautiful just because she told me you're beautiful. Yeah, keep telling me that.
You are royalty, and we have. To
I'm keeping
understand
these
that.
sisters right here. Let me tell you something. None of y'all can have them. Forget the event on Saturday. They're mine now. Okay. But no, I mean, that just honestly, it's crazy. Women, when other women compliment. Now that's a compliment.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like I'd be cheesing. Like what you said? What sis?
Yes.
Well, my hair is my hat is popping.
Yes.
Thank you, because that does pour into people's cups.
Yes.
Now I want to switch gears a little. You said financial abuse. Can we talk about that? Can we hold space and just talk about that for a moment?
Yeah. So
Pour
what does
into me.
financial abuse look like? It looks like, back in the day, the father would always take care of everything. Mother was at home. But nowadays, us women are still taking care of home, but working as well. Unfortunately, there are some who don't, and there are the men who take care of everything, and there are the men who use that
As control.
as control.
Absolutely.
And they
Women
say
do as
so.
well.
When you can have your phone, when you can do this, when you can do that. That is financial abuse.
Yeah. It's all about power and control. So
Yep.
even if it's you have the best man and he lets you, he takes care of you and he lets you keep your own money. But the moment that you don't do something that he wants you to do or submit to something that he wants you to submit to, he either A, takes those things back or withholds things from you now, even though you have your own.
That's abuse.
That's abuse.
You know, it's so crazy.
Yes, that is a form of abuse, and a lot of people don't know that. They think it's cute. It's really.
Oh, my
toxic.
man just took my phone.
Exactly.
And there's even memes about it now,
Exactly.
making
Yes.
it, trying to make it funny and normalizing the
Yes.
abuse, right?
Yes.
So abuse is now normalized.
Yep.
Oh, my man gave me a phone, he took it back when
Right.
it's normalized and it's
Yes.
almost laughed at. Are we?
Exactly.
Is that correct?
And people are attracted to oftentimes the feeling of feeling like, oh, he must
Somebody
love
wants
me,
me.
or
Yep.
he must
Crazy
want me
overview.
because
Yeah.
he
Bought me.
he's telling me that I need to be home at a certain time, or
Right.
he's telling me that I need to do this or that. That's them being attracted to that superficial feeling of love, which indeed is not actually love.
It's just
Real
control.
Right.
Control.
Yeah.
And people
Oof.
are confused by that.
Well.
And the reason why we're confused by that is because we've been conditioned to believe that this is what we are supposed to endure to
Because
get the
they've made
things
it
that
cute.
we need to get.
Yep.
Exactly.
Like,
Okay.
girl, he didn't snatch you up. He don't love you.
Right.
Like, that's not love.
I was not, guys. I'm gonna stay single. I'm gonna
not
listen to
love.
me. Ooh, child.
In addition to toxic relationships,
Yes.
we don't know what healthy
Yes.
ones look like.
Yeah.
You don't even understand that's unhealthy behaviors. But you're like someone said, we're conditioned to it.
Yep.
So when you think it's okay and it's not okay. It has not been.
I'm gonna give a PSA right here, right now. Listen to me out there, future husband. I will snatch you. Okay, I mean, we're gonna reverse Ike and Tina. It's not funny. But
We're going
I'm
to put
just letting
Nancy
you
in
know.
some
No, but now
some
that
abuse
Anger
class.
listen, no, I do need to go. I need rage control, because if I ever saw a man, and I think it's from seeing my mom go
Yes.
to, and my
Yeah.
mom, guys, she is strong. So you will never look at her and say, oh, you went through that, because when I tell you, this woman packed up our bags in the middle of the day in Italy, and she was like, we're moving to America. She packed up a backpack. We didn't even bring family pictures. We have nothing but 3 photos, and I think we came with like a pair, everything we had on our backs and the little backpacks. She had been planning her escape.
And that is the very important key, though, is you never know what your abuser is prepared to do next. And so
They're unpredictable.
when you know that you're in it, it gets dangerous when one just says, you know what, I'm going to leave, and I'm going to tell you that I'm going to leave, not knowing what your abuser is going to do.
Yeah.
So it is important to have natural supports, one, so
Yep.
that you can plan that, and to always be in plan mode
Wow.
of
Wow.
when you start to see those red flags, it can go from 0 to 10,000
Quick.
overnight
Yeah.
in seconds. And nobody knows what that looks like, or what that time frame looks like, or what the next step of that's going to be. So for you to always be in plan mode,
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
have a sister that you are able to contact and rely on. And when things start to feel like they could escalate into that, then you need to make sure that you contact your friend and you come up with a safe word with your friend. If you call and say, girl, for my birthday, I want a birthday cake, she should know that means that something's going on.
Okay, so safe words.
And I need
Okay,
to be,
got
and I
it,
need
got
to be
it.
prepared to help my sister.
Wow. Okay, well, that, guys, it's about to get heavier. Well, I'm gonna read, guys. The comments are pouring in. Wow. Marnika says it really hits home.
Yeah.
Rob Marley, thanks so much for being here. Miss Cheryl says, yes, I have felt alone. Being a part of Women Empowered has definitely been helpful. And it has become, for me, my safe place. And we are all experiencing growth, strength, compassion, and spirituality. Guys, I'm giving away free tickets to their event that's coming up. So please stay tuned, because you have to experience this event. And again, this is not just for survivors. This is for any woman. And remember,
Yeah.
I just had an aha moment when she was talking about the cell phone. Like, remember the Ike's meme kept going viral about eat the cake anime. That's abuse. So we brainwashed ourselves to laugh at that.
You know
And
what?
I'm guilty too.
It's abuse when you and I are partners and we both pay rent. And now because you didn't do something that I wanted you to do, I'm not going to pay my portion of the rent.
Oh, that's abuse.
Yep.
That's abuse.
And another thing is that I believe that the world is just so desensitized where women can't be in their soft girl era.
Yep.
We can't even express ourselves when something is discomforting to us or something hurts us, especially if you're in a new relationship. You're not even in a relationship with the abuser, but you have trauma from that relationship.
Yeah.
People feel like you just need to snap out of it. Like, okay, well, I'm not that person.
Get over it.
Get
Right.
over it, you know. And I just want to encourage women everywhere to embrace those feelings. Embrace when someone triggers you and makes you feel some type of way, because that's something that's not healed. And if a person is contributing to your trauma, that's probably not the right person for you to be with. And people do it unintentionally, but when you've made it known, like this triggers me, and they are not making conscious efforts to fix it or minimize it because, well, I'm not him, you need to get over it. No, I don't. I need to leave you.
Right.
Because
Or if
apparently
you don't
you're not-
sit down and
exactly,
listen to
you're
my
not
rant.
creating an environment for me to heal and grow in, so
Yeah.
I don't need to be here. But it's so many different layers, like to the abuse, but also just to the things like you were saying earlier that women endure, right? We grow up with orphan syndrome without a dad, right? We grow up with insecurity. We grow up being jealous. So it's like, as a full-grown woman, what Women Empower wants to do is give those life skills back, give that encouragement and empowerment back to women and remind
And
them,
community.
like, exactly, like these are things that you could been conditioned to become. But who are you genuinely? I'm goofy. I'm silly. This is who I am, right? But society will look at me and make fun of me because why you think everything funny? Why you laughing all the time? Why you so happy? Because I get my joy from the Lord.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
You heard
know?
that?
But it's just really helping women be their authentic selves without feeling like I gotta be this way because the world says I do. Or I have to show up like this because that's what they doing on Love and Hip Hop. You know, tap into who you
I
were
was just
born
gonna
to
say
be.
that. I
You
was
know
just
what I'm
gonna
saying?
say
Like
that.
that's the beauty of who you are, is who you are, not what the world made you to be by struggling
Yeah.
or by survival, but who is that woman on the inside of you? You
Yeah.
know, and we strive to help women find her. And since I've been with this group,
Wow.
I have found more of her.
Yeah.
And it's just as we go through and
Give
we
me a
help each
sweater.
other-
Y'all keep giving me chills. Stop. I was like, oh my gosh.
Because there's no struggle love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Genuine love.
Yeah, why we always gotta struggle?
We are
Come
not
on.
structured
And that's
enough
another
to-
thing that we've been conditioned to. Like, people have to think that trauma is like we need to pass it down, or I went through this, so my child needs to experience. No, it's not normal, and we don't need to pass it down. I'm gonna read some of these comments, okay?
Yes.
So Sam says, I'm just trying to be around more to show her that she can be successful and happy with or without that person. Dominique says, just keep giving the great advice on things she is doing and what she can do. If she doesn't speak on it, don't that work for me. So it doesn't work for some people. In my current relationship, I'm still traumatized from my last relationship that was abusive 5 years.
Yeah.
That was Marnika, and that's one of the strongest women I know. Neek, thanks so much for tuning. Guys, there's so many people in here. Marnika says, speak, Miss Devin. Miss Kiana Cook here from Lovely Suin and y'all, Cabela Couture,
Oh,
Miss
hey.
Brittany Classy Klein. Yeah, there's some amazing people in here, guys. And let me tell you something. Her clothing is fire. I just missed her 70. You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out to Boss Lady.
Yes, and Kiana, I just missed her 70s party. I'm currently building a time machine so I can go backwards.
I know. I wanted to go.
Because I
to too.
spaced
when you
out.
find that, can you let us
Yeah.
know?
Oh, y'all come and party with me.
We're all jumping in.
Yes, I actually bought my afro and everything, ready to go. And Miss Brittany, Miss Classy Klein, she has a store, as you guys know, in the Northtown Mall, successfully.
Yes,
So remember
amazing.
what's that actress name? She said, "How you doing? I'm successful. How you doing?" That's Brittany Klein right there. Okay. Oh, the questions are getting serious. So, can you speak on legal recourse or advice for women or men who say that restraining orders don't work? Or is that only going to make them mad? So this is triggering, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I actually know of someone in Arizona that had, not personally, but she had a restraining order, and the guy just killed her.
Yeah.
The guy just was like, okay, you put a restraining order, I'm just gonna off you. And it was so callous, and it was so calculated for him, but nobody would have known that he would have done that, right? She thought, I'm taking a legal way of doing things, and now she's no longer with us. And it makes you wonder why women don't speak up, though, because if you speak up, sometimes that seems to be the outcome, but it doesn't always have to be.
Yeah.
Especially if you have a supportive group. Can anyone speak on this?
Well, I would say the percentage of women who speak up is a lot lower in fatality than the women who don't. Because there are a lot of women who have gone through things and are no longer here that didn't say anything. So, I mean, when you speak up, you give the opportunity for people to know, for someone to be able to check on you, for someone to be able to be available. So, yes, you don't want to speak up because you're scared of what can happen, but if you don't say something, you don't know if someone can save you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I totally understand. So Miss Rogers says, yeah, it's a blessing to have a sisterhood that is full of love, truth, and transparency. You and Michelle, you are the best advertiser over here. And abuse is not love.
No, not at all.
Not.
Dominic is asking, if your past is still hunting you, I personally would step back and heal. That is something I personally did, and is going because I want to enjoy the blessing, if it is one.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to say that trauma is associated with domestic violence.
Yeah.
So I spoke on this morning in my morning prayer line, and I spoke heavily on it. When we're in a traumatic situation, we are not the circumstance. Our trauma is a part of our lives and something that we endured, but our trauma does not define us. We are not defined by the traumas and the things that we have endured. We have the ability to grow from that trauma and to become who we need to become in our better versions of ourselves.
Absolutely.
And that is what Women Empowered strives to help women do for themselves, and to help them have a safe place so that they can heal and learn those things and learn those tools that are necessary for them to be able to be successful in this journey or in moving on.
Absolutely. Okay, I hope you guys are speaking at battered women's shelters, that they're coming to your events, that you're showing. I will personally connect you to a couple because they need you, clearly. Brittany Fowler, welcome, my darling. Guys, we got so many. Neka Ikema Onuma. Okay, my favorite baker on earth is here. We look for love in all the wrong places.
Yes.
Sam says, we're Pisces. We're nice, but we will combust if crossed. She's talking about me. I'm trying to control rage. Yes, yeah, that's true. You're right. We will bust. So, oh my gosh. Tommy says, yes, let's go, Queens. Thank you, Tommy. Tommy McBrayer Jr., man.
Dope.
He's so dope.
He's dope.
Tommy, please let us know how we can support. I need to cash out this man all my money. Neka says, this is such an important conversation. Cheryl says, it's not okay for you to isolate. Always keep somebody.
Yes.
And we isolate anytime we go through trauma, right?
Yeah.
Obviously my stepdad just passed, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to nobody. And of course it's ball season, so everybody's talking to me.
Yeah.
And I isolate briefly. I know people that isolate for a very long time.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you feel ashamed, sometimes you feel too wounded, and you don't want people to see those wounds and laugh at you. Or sometimes you just don't know what to say, and it's just overwhelming. Can you tell me, have you guys ever isolated, and what is the way to come out of that?
Yes, of course. I think we all have isolated at some point. I think the biggest thing that gets me out of isolation is to know that I'm human, and that the things that I have went through, someone else has experienced this. I think sometimes when we're going through things, we think this is only happening to me. no one will understand. However, there is a whole community of people who have been through something very similar, if not the same. And no one's going to judge you. And I think that's the biggest thing is everyone is so scared of judgment. But there are real people out here that have experienced things. And there's no reason for anybody to judge anybody because nobody's perfect. So
Right.
that's one thing we try to let all of, the ladies that we work with know is there is no judgment because we've been through things, good, bad, ugly, all of the above. So
We have been through things. Yes, we have.
And each
Can I hear
other.
from you?
I think it's very important that as a group that you guys understand that we're not helping to heal people just because of what we think we know. Our own real life experiences, we have been here for one another through sitting on the phone with each other, praying with each other through the darkest of things that we've gone through. And so how are we able to provide that space for other women if we can't provide it to each other?
Yeah.
So we definitely are in tune with one another as sisters as we're putting that out into the world and into the universe.
Absolutely.
So we are
Absolutely.
all around the world.
Absolutely. So now, and guys, there's it keeps going and going. So Kiana says sisterhood is definitely the goal. Jane Victoria, thanks so much for joining us. Mark Smith, how you doing? And Tommy says trauma is real, and Tommy knows because he's helping this youth out there, and they are traumatized.
Yes.
This generation is traumatized.
Yeah.
We look at the civil unrest. We have to see ourselves murdered.
Yeah.
We're talking about George Floyd. My little brother said I felt like that was me. And I was like, yeah, that was us.
Yeah.
That was
Sandra
all of
Bland.
us. Sandra Bland.
that could have been us.
I mean, anybody, so we are existing in trauma, but there is a way to heal if we just come together.
Yeah.
People can heal by themselves, but man, it's just so much better together. And I got to show this to y'all because people keep asking me about the sticker. And if they don't ask me, I make sure that they do. So, so I've been carrying around this sticker here from a man named Jason today at this vulnerable workshop that we did, Find Your Purpose. And I was sitting in this room with a bunch of strangers, guys. And I was one of the questions was like, who do you envy? And I wrote, white people, because they ain't got no problems. And I was the only black person in the room. And I had to read it out loud. And when they shared their story, shout out to Laura E. King for this amazing workshop. When they shared their story, I felt a little ashamed because, yes, we definitely have a time, okay? But people are going through stuff. And we're talking about divorces where there was extreme abuse, and abuse doesn't know color.
That's right.
It doesn't.
Financial abuse doesn't know color, physical abuse,
gender.
mental abuse, no gender. Men are getting, listen, I know a lot of my African sisters beating their husbands right now.
Yeah.
I see you. Stop doing it. Sorry, but it's really true. It's happening. But again, people don't take it seriously because it's men. Which is that's a whole nother conversation. I'm Tommy, maybe you can come on here. Mark, the guys, you can come on here and we can talk about it. I want to talk about your event. And thank you for this incredibly important discussion. This discussion could be saving someone's life right now. You know that?
Yes.
We hope it is.
This could be saving someone's life right now. And that's why I'm so grateful to have you here.
Yeah.
And your energy is so good. I just love me some. We just met, y'all. They just joined BBA, and I'm like, who that? Who are you? I love you already. And I invited them out to an event, and they came dressed to the nines, looking like Destiny's Child.
We try.
All melanin, and the event is this Saturday.
Saturday.
Okay,
From
and
4 to 6:30 p.m.
From 4 to 6:30 p.m. Where is it being held?
It's going to be at Twin Cities Recovery Project, 3400 East Lake Street, so South Side.
South Side? Can I say that?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah, you
South
can
Side. South Side. So please show up to this incredible event. Their website that's on here.
Yes.
Women Empowered.
I created it. I did this.
Hey. CTO.
Yeah.
See, I remember all your time. Hey, don't turn your neck too much now. Though.
Right?
I will pick on her. I love my sisters.
Stay right here.
So please, the event. So I have 2 tickets. Who would like a free ticket to attend this incredible event?
Yep.
By the way,
wear white.
Kiana says, I have to read this because this is good. Isolation is a form of self-care. But I was judged by women after talking about it. She was like, why did you go back if it was so bad? It wasn't until she later was in a similar situation that she understood, and I sent through. The Most High of the universe has a way of showing up and humbling people.
Yes.
It is true. Ooh, Alexis is here, guys. Oh, one of my teammates who carries me on his back. Shout out to you, Alexis. Guys, he's been working literally 24 hours just to send out these nominations.
Wow.
Supporting people, picking their pictures, going through your Instagrams and Facebooks with your badass pictures. Shout out to you, Alexis, all the way out in the Philippines. Thank you for everything that you do. You're incredible. And shout out to all of y'all. So 2 tickets. I have 2 free tickets. Who would like to go to this event?
Yeah, who wants to
It's
join
gonna be
us?
amazing.
Put your name or tag a friend. And actually, you should have been doing this. Tag 3 friends to come and see this.
3
and
people.
if you like a ticket, just put in the comments. I'll send you a ticket. I have 2 tickets, but if there's more of you, I'll buy more tickets and I'll send them to you. I'll send the names so that, okay?
Yeah.
But I think you have to be at this event. I'm going to pop in. It's really, really busy, but I feel like I just can't miss it. And I'm going to talk about the ball now, guys. The tickets are closing early next week. We are literally going to close by Friday. So please get your ticket. I humbly ask that you stop asking for discounts. Please be a BBE member. It's 50% off. We can't give everybody free. I kid you not. I got can I have a free ticket from everybody in my inbox? Guys, our bill is $49,000. So divide that by 400 people. What is that? Who got a calculator? So that's per head, and that doesn't include the core, that doesn't include the MC, all of that. So please be merciful and help us help you. And we're turning the whole place to Morocco, guys. So we're flying you over. It's not really Morocco, but you're gonna feel like you just enter Morocco. So get yourselves to the Black Business Ball, October 8th on Sunday. We have some incredible surprises. Please be on time. We're starting on time this year. I had to promise because, y'all, they charge per hour at this venue. They really do. And we have to start right at 6, so you can come on the red carpet at 5:30. Those are the seats. They're almost all gone, unfortunately, but go ahead and get you a seat. It's $200. If you join BBE, it's $100 for your seat. We take a loss on it happily because we love our members. Thank you, Gabe. Good Lord, he's on it. So this is some attire inspiration that my incredible team, shout out to you, Rodell, put together so that you know where to wear. So please don't text me. Don't text my phone. I have 411 text messages and a meltdown. So please check out the website. It literally has everything that you need to know. Voting is also closing. We've been asked to extend it, but we cannot because we have to print the awards. If you see anybody trolling me, come to my defense, guys. I work really, really hard on this. This is a night just to celebrate you and to show people that Black business exists here. In 2020, over 11 corporations reached out to me and asked me, oh, where can we find Black-owned businesses? We don't know where they are. We are out here, okay? A simple Google. So I just want to show them that, first of all, it was a whole lie that they couldn't find us. This is some of the past honorees. It was a lie. The truth is we are out here, and we're out here in numbers. There's people out here saving lives, bringing sisterhoods together, praying them down, because that's an armor. Prayers are armor. There's photographers, there's lawyers, there's doctors, and if you're a member of BBE, you know what's up. Also, I want to shout out Gloria Freeman, actually, one of our sponsors, Black-owned business. She has Hoba, which is House of Beauté à Tout, which is beauty for all. And she rents out suites. It's a brand new building, and your landlord will be a Black woman. Nice, and it's affordable and absolutely new and beautiful. So please support her. So guys, get your tickets. My sisters are going to be here. Y'all going to be there?
Yeah. We can
Okay,
do
come and get you a hug at the Black Business Ball.
will be
I'm
there
in
giving
line
out hugs.
first. Okay. So come out, and remember, it's not a barbecue. Don't be like last year and bring a +1. They cannot come in.
Okay.
It's not a barbecue. This is a fancy gala. Okay? So thank you again for coming out, guys. Thank you for joining us, you fabulous, incredible, beautiful women, left side and right side. Lipstick, no lipstick. Sister, my sister. Okay?
We in here.
Thank you so much. Guys, thanks for joining us. Have an incredible night. And we'll see you next week on the Black Entrepreneurs Hotline.
Thank you.
Hit the music.
Bye.